Good morning and welcome to my channel. This is Kathy's Corner, Seed in the Sand, and this is chapter 6 of Finding Your Voice, a whole new ball game, a whole new game. And what I wanted to talk to you about today is, how I talked about this volleyball game and how you have this powerful serve and you really speak your voice, but there are times in life when you're better off um, zipping your lip um, and not having a confrontation with people that are just not worth your time. Um, I'm thinking of a little gathering that we had where it was just like, I could talk back to you, and I could, when somebody's putting you down, um, you can talk back and say, I don't really agree with what you're saying. I don't really think what you're saying is correct. Um, but sometimes it's better, in my opinion, to just let them think that they're right and move on with your life. It's just easier than trying to confront them and trying to get into a debate with them, and that's what they want. They're I think they were trying to initiate a debate with me over different things about taxes and how one thing is the same as another when I felt like they have nothing to do with each other. Um, and I'm not in the mood to debate with people. I'm just going to say, okay, if that's what you feel is correct, then that's what's correct, and I'm moving on with my life, and I don't have to worry about trying to say who's right or who's wrong. So if that makes sense, it's sometimes better just to zip it up and let them think that they're on top and that they have won the battle, and we'll just call it call it what it is and move on with my life. And if you have to put me down to make yourself feel better, then I'm not going to challenge you on that. You can put me down all you want. That doesn't mean that I have to agree with what you're saying, and that also doesn't mean that it's the truth. That's just your truth. And so, yeah, so I'm just kind of thinking of like this volleyball game where you have this powerful serve and you say your authentic truth, and someone tries to initiate a debate with you. You're better off just letting them take the point. They can have it. I'd rather do that than sit there and try to explain myself to someone who doesn't want to hear what I have to say. So, yeah, so sometimes it's better off just letting it go and putting it behind you and moving on. So, all right. So, this is uh, the gold foil tarot deck, and the bottom card is the Magician, if you can see that, which is the teacher, the one that is teaching the lessons to the Fool. And the card that jumped out at me was the Ace of Cups, which is new beginnings for abundance, new beginnings for creativity, new beginnings for just that flow of the cups. And yeah, new beginnings. And I think that makes sense for what we were talking about. It doesn't have to be a big argument all the time. And people who like to argue and prove that they're right, they're going to be the ones who, in the end, come last, because they're going to always be trying to prove that they're right. And I believe in that Bible verse that the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. And so I am totally okay with saying I believe you're right. We'll move on. We're not gonna we're not gonna get into a debate, and let them have that win now. For later, the truth will come out, and they will not have a debate. There will be no debate. Um, so I can't wait for that day to come. All right, everybody, have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.